And one thing that was consistently noticed off this topic with kids that had developmental issues, and specifically autism, is that when they did studies to look, they used computerized eye tracking to see where their
Mhm.
eyes were looking. And what they found was super interesting was that with kids that had autism, they were looking at like the shoulders or the top of the head. They weren't actually looking at the mouth. They weren't
Mhm.
looking at the eyes. Where when you compared them to typical neurotypical developing children, they looked at their eyes, they looked at their mouth, and they looked for a lot of those nonverbal cues or
Mhm.
look for where that sound was coming from so they could eventually mimic that, which is pretty interesting.
That is very interesting, and that's another point of some like a pre-verbal are those gestures, and that does not just include when we think of a gesture of like pointing, but it's even waving, nodding your head, yes, nodding your head, no, giving something